Hello everybody, Hikaru Cosplay here. Today I'm gonna do one of my ranty vlogs where I talk about something that bothers me in the cosplay community, and hopefully I'm not the only one who's bothered by this. So I want to talk about something that I think is important for all cosplayers. It is varying your poses and especially varying your facial expressions. I have seen so many cosplayers, and I've been guilty of this too, who really only have one or two faces. And it's usually, let me take my glasses off. Forgot to take these off before I start filming. Usually it's something like just the normal smile or the model face. I've been guilty of this too, which is making the same face in almost every photo regardless of what character it is. And it bothers me. It's totally different from making the same face in every single haul photo during the day, because let's face it, gets tired. You get tired during the convention. It's like you just want to take your normal facial expression while you're posing for a haul photo. This excludes haul photos. What I'm talking about are photo shoot photos, whether it's a private photo shoot that's not at a con, or it's a photo shoot that's in the middle of a con but it's still private, not a haul. Hey, let me take a picture. All right, let's move on our way. It's more of a, hey, let's step aside and do a mini shoot right here during the con. That's when I get bothered, especially when someone does it across all characters, regardless of who it is. I'm not gonna name any names because that's not what this is about. This isn't meant to be a call out, but you shouldn't be making the same face for every single character. And I know it's hard to come up with facial expressions, but one of the things about cosplay is you're embodying the character. Not every character does the same face, and let's face it, it's kind of boring when you're doing the same thing over and over again. So because that bothers me so much when I see other cosplayers doing that, I try and push myself to do at least a couple different facial expressions during a shoot. You know, maybe a surprised if it works with the character or whatever the heck I'm posing for. Maybe something a little bit more excited if it's a cutesy kind of happy character. Maybe I will do a model if it works for that character. Or maybe something a little bit more devilish. I try and keep everything moving a little bit. Sometimes I try moving while the photographer is getting set up a little bit, just kind of to get myself into a good facial expression so it's not just automatically blur. So just wow, shot. Unless the photographer tells me, hey, stop, hold that pose, I really like that facial expression, or stop. So while they're snapping photos, sometimes it's good to kind of have a little bit of motion, obviously not too much motion, until you can find that right sweet spot that you internally think, oh, this probably looks really nice, or the photographer goes, yes, right there. Because it brings upon variety, you know, different angles, different this, that, and again, talk with your photographer, like, oh, you know, does this look good, or oh, should I try something different? You know, communication is definitely key when it comes to photo shoots. And another good thing about varying facial expressions, this is mostly a rant about facial expressions than poses over anything, is try it out in the mirror. Just, it may feel ridiculous, and it seems cliche, but practicing in the mirror is a really great way to start trying out different facial expressions. Maybe look at a couple reference images of the character and try out, like, oh, is this character a little angry? Try some disgusted angry, like, angry photos. Like, I'm really bad about doing angry and scared, but at least I'm trying. And again, think about the character. Like, are they, in a survival horror game? Maybe try some scared faces. Are they more of a serious character? Try more serious stuff. Try really thinking about the character. Are they a little more sexy and sultry, Really think about that. And trust me, once you do more varying facial expressions, your photos are gonna look a lot nicer. You're gonna be happier with it. Like, and you can still go back to the normal. But maybe instead of just, maybe try and play around with like your hands. Make it a little bit different. You see, and that's a different facial expression. See, I'm constantly, since this is something that bothers me so much, I constantly try and think of different facial expressions. And I do struggle with characters that are a little more serious and characters that are just kind of regular run-of-the-mill happy, or in a way, because it's hard to have variations of that. So it's like, okay, well, this character's a little more serious, maybe I'll try thinking of some more angry expressions. And sometimes I try and think of stories in my head. Like, oh, this character, she doesn't want to be evil, so maybe I'll do like a couple help me facial expressions, like, oh, help me, I don't really want to be evil. Like, I try and come up with like different scenarios in my head, or think about different points of the story. Just anything to kind of get my creative juices flowing during a photo shoot. And always make sure that you're communicating with your photographer, again, because they can help you with facial expressions, they can help you with whatever. If you're bad at smiling in photos, like, other than a genuine, like, really happy kind of smile, I had one friend who is a cosplayer and a photographer teach me a really interesting trick where you press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. I'm really bad at like open mouth smiles, and that helped me a lot, It's not every smiley character is, like that. So again, playing around in the mirror with different facial expressions, looking at references, really thinking about the character, it can help take your cosplays to a whole nother level, and not to be that same face cosplayer, the cosplayer who makes the same face in every single photo shoot, every single costume. It's fine. It's not, like, I'm not trying to really shame people, but to grow as a cosplayer and to get some really amazing photos, try out different facial expressions. Really think about it, And again, cosplay is a constant learning experience where you're constantly growing. And why wouldn't you want to try something different, try and make your photos unique and really embody the character? Just kind of something that really bothers me when I see, like, whether it be a really well-known cosplayer or a new, just starting out cosplayer, I'm like, you can do better, just think about it. Really. And it's something I'm really guilty of too. Like, I'll look at photos and go, crap, I was making the same face in every single one of these photos during this photo shoot. I really try and push myself. Like, if I'm scrolling through my Instagram feed, like, profile, and I just see the same face on all my photos, like, within a quick succession of each other, I'm like, crap, I really need to work on this. And maybe it's a pet peeve, maybe it's an insecurity, I don't know, but I'm really happy with and amazed with cosplayers who can do a very wide degree of facial expressions for photos, because it's hard, We're not all professional models, and even then with models, a lot of the time they're doing the Tyra Banks model face. Which isn't bad, but not every character works with that. So, just my message to the cosplay community is push yourself to really try and be creative with your facial expressions. You can get away with it, during haul shots, but really think about it and try and push yourself for photo shoots. You don't have to be totally over the top, but a poison ivy shouldn't have the same facial expression as Harley Quinn. Just what I'm saying. Just think about it. So thank you for watching my little rant, and I hope I see you guys next time. Bye!